Welcome to Beyond the Box. Conspiracies and oddities. You'll find your reality shifting. Dark technology. Shadows monitoring. Your world crumbling. Escape the Matrix, come outside with us. Beyond the Box. Beyond the Box.
Hey, there we are. Hello, everybody. Long time no see. Long time no see. Yada, yada, yada. So I discovered this new thing. Look at this. They're called Oodies, and they're like a blanket and a hoodie mix with arms.
My sister and niece have one of those. Yeah, they love it.
If you get cold when
Yeah.
you're in the house, I highly suggest you get one.
My son, he
They're
has one too.
great. They're
Yeah.
great. Because I get cold sometimes sitting here. I mean, I'm on 2 blood thinners, so I have to keep it cold in the house so that the rest of the house gets the cold air. So I could freeze, but I can't sleep in it because I don't want Putin and his little hairs all over me. So I'm gonna get some more. My daughter got me this one. I'm gonna get some different colored ones. They even have one that has long bunny ears.
Aw, that's so cute. You look so cute, Brenda. As a bunny.
They're cute and they're nice and warm. So I was like, yeah. So how you been, Sherry?
I've been surviving.
Well, that's a good
Yeah.
thing.
Working part time, having some issues, from my accent. My foot was deciding to cramp up on Father's Day and stuff, and didn't get to spend much time there. And but been working on myself a lot, working on a lot of healing, a lot of crap
Good.
coming. Yeah, and then talking with my dad, learning some stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, so that makes sense why my life went the way it went.
I know I was battling. Oh my gosh. If it wasn't me that was down, it was Glenn. And I finally got to feeling better. And I just took some sabbatical time to lay around and be lazy. I needed it. So, you know, it happens. Chad, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing good, thank you. I'm busy with yard work. It's that season, and right now I'm house sitting, so I got like a whole bunch of pets I'm taking care of, and
Oh, yay.
yeah, fun stuff like that. Not doesn't make it easy to do research.
Now, I talked to Tommy, and he was thinking about coming on and joining us because he knows stuff about
Mhm.
what we're going to be talking about tonight, too. The only way I can contact him, though, is on TikTok. So I left him a message, told him to come and speak up in the chat, and I would go ahead and throw him down a link so he could come on up with us. So
Awesome.
I don't know. I don't know if he got the message or not. He didn't answer me back, so he may not have checked his TikTok. I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
I kind of miss him.
that would be nice to have him on here. And Sherry, like with the self-healing and everything, I've been trying to do mindfulness because I have a lot, like when you're busy and you got things on your plate, because I would imagine, the world's falling apart. So all of our childhood stuff is coming up, and it's just it
Yeah.
all happens at once. So
Yeah.
and it's helping. It's not easy to do. I keep asking myself who I'm talking to when I speak in my mind, and that sort of thing.
Well, I
And
found the heart, the heart coherence. Have you heard of that? And the heart
yeah,
math. And I've
yeah.
been practicing that, the 4 breaths in, 4 out, to get out of the
Mhm.
head and to get into the heart and to put your hand on your heart
Oh,
so you can help, or do a prayer into your heart, so you can feel it, so you know that you're there doing that. And I've been doing some. I found somebody else that was teaching me, the saying of go within, how Jesus says that all the answers are within, go within. And it's like, okay, well, how do you do that? And so the heart coherence helps you do that.
yeah,
And been listening to some meditation activations and stuff, and it's been bringing up a lot. Plus, right now we are actually having, the earth is getting like these waves. We're in the wave right now that is taking things from everybody, and it doesn't matter what level you are, and bringing it
Yep.
up,
Yep.
bringing it up. So when you're seeing the chaos and craziness, it's all their crap coming up. Plus, as long as we've been trapped here, you
Yeah.
know, and whatnot, recycling and looping, and the earth is bringing all of this stuff up too. That's why we have these earth events. So this wave started in the beginning of June, and it's going to escalate and get higher by the end of July, like beginning of July, which we're headed. So that explains a lot of what we're all going through, individually and collectively.
Yeah. So tonight we are going to talk about all of these strange, missing, and deceased scientists. Because there's way too many questions, not enough answers. And it is, I don't know about anybody else, but I don't believe in coincidences. So, and I know that they were all involved in the same, basically the same type of research. So, and working for the same type of people, basically. So, we're going to get into some of that um, because it's time, and we're back.
Yes.
Now, as long as I can keep my head above water, I'll be okay. Telling you, when life throws you lemons, you just,
Suck it up.
yeah, that's all you can do. What else can you do?
Put some sugar on it so it's not so tart.
Put some sugar on it so it's not so tart. That's right.
Yeah. Lemons are good for you. Don't get scabies.
Mm. Oh man, that water tastes good. All right, so where you want to start with this, Chad?
Well, I think Amy Eskridge is kind of the one that sparked everything, but she's not really the one I want to start with because she's got so much to get into. Um, she's the one that was in Huntsville, Alabama. So maybe we'll just kind of start with my list and
Okay.
just go through them one at a time, as they pop up, and then maybe I can look up additional information if needed or whatnot. But the first one to talk about, um, let's talk about it this way too, because the information is coming from, let's say, military type personality types that are drier than dry, and they're just go by the facts. And I don't know if this just sounds like a suicide to me, that and but they don't list all the facts. That's what I'm noticing. Like they're only looking
Right.
at a couple things, so there's a lot of things that we're going to try to compile in here, and plus add it to the information we already know that we've discussed on the show, that things aren't as they seem. um this may touch upon Project Paperclip, with Warner von Braun, and and how he started NASA, or was in NASA, I guess. they didn't start it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The rocket
they,
man.
they plugged him into it, and
Yeah.
he was, he's the reason why we went to space, I believe, and stuff like that. And as far as that, there's like the Nazis 1, Nazis 2 generation, and Nazis 3rd generation is the way they describe, these facilities. And I think we're all aware that the elite are running and controlling everything pretty much,
Pretty much.
and that our history is a lie, and that bad things do happen on this planet,
Oh yeah.
like the Jeffrey Epstein files have revealed. And so we'll take all that into consideration when we're going through this list. And plus, we're a little more out of the box. So, we may like explore the ideas of the missing 9 or missing 411 scenarios, and with this, and just like run through some ideas that we might have of what's going on, because yes, they're connected, but they're not all directly connected by one solid um, uh, thing. Some of them are connected, 5 of them are connected because of this, and 4 of them are connected because of that, and 9 of them are connected because of this. So it's hard to say if like there is an actual conspiracy here, and these all three and all these people are connected, but there's definitely a conspiracy here that there's something off with their deaths and who it's happening to. And it's really discouraging, I mean, to think that this is the way humanity is, and we really need to like reflect on this, that
Well,
we would kill our scientists. It's just, you
I
know
think it's mainly because they found out a few things that, they were like, hey, wait a minute, and the government was like, we don't talk about that. But yet they got upset about it and they were like, no, because this isn't right.
Mhm.
I know that there's a lot behind it. Plus, here's the thing. Some of them came up missing in what was it, 2023, and we never knew anything about it. And it wasn't until a bunch of them started coming up missing,
Like
and
in
people were
2025.
yeah, and people were reporting it, and they were like, "Hey, wait a minute." And then they found out about the 2023. Well, that person was involved also
Yeah. Didn't it mainly start like October or November of 2025? Is what I, yeah.
with
And then
most
it's
of them coming up
progressed.
missing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And
Have
who
a total of how many people? Do you,
12? Was it 12? Or is there more?
there's yeah, it's between 10 and 14 depending, and then there's also going to be more because there's missing scientists recently in China, but we don't have
Oh,
that
yeah.
access to that information. There's also been missing scientists in Russia, I believe. There's
oh,
there's and I think one other place. It's been reported. I'd have to look that up again. So
Yeah. China doesn't let their stuff out very easy. So,
and
no.
it's like there is the eye for an eye, scenario. Like you take one of ours out, and we're going to take one of yours out. That could be going on. Uh, but why? But why you know aerospace, or I'm sorry, space aeronautics? Why
yeah.
that field? Why that nuclear? Why those scientists? But if you think about it, and I would like to get into this a little further in other shows, is to look into like the murders that go on in Hollywood or in the hip hop industry, or the ones that leave their contracts, or leave their uh, like Sony or whatever, whoever they're signed with,
Like,
leave
like with Michael
their
Jackson
label, yeah, with their
when
labels and
when
stuff.
he bought when he bought half of Sony and then turned around and got
Yeah,
all of the Beatles rights and everything else. Yeah.
yeah, because now there's a congressman that's involved, isn't there, or a senator, that was going to testify and bring out information about UFO disclosure, and he's now dead. And
Yeah.
then
Well, there's also the holistic. Back like 15 years ago, there was a lot of holistic doctors. There was like 100 and I think
yeah,
176 total
Right.
over time that were disappearing,
Yeah.
having incidents, accidents, or suicide, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's ridiculous because, they don't think about, well, these people have families. Why? Look, if you are going to entrust people to do things for you, like find gravity stuff or fuel efficient things that don't run on fuel, or, you're going to have people that do this. You're signing them up and trusting them to do this. If you don't want them to speak about it or to put it out there, well, then you need to put it in something for them to write on and say, okay, we don't do this. And if you find this out, you can't put it out and da 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 da. Then that's going to make these scientists go, well, you know what? I'm not working for you.
Well, some of
You
them do
know,
sign NDAs, though. I mean, they do, but
Because,
sometimes they can't handle it.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
like,
their conscience gets to them.
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
trying to say. Yeah,
yeah,
and plus, they think about like their families, and then it's like, wait, I'm hurting. If they have kids, and then I'm hurting other people's families and kids,
well,
or
it's like the comtrails, okay, the chemtrails. The people that they have do these and fly these and do these chemicals, they specifically find people that don't have families.
well, yeah, and don't like people.
Yeah,
They thrive on it. It's like, I don't care, and it's like, yeah, well, you're gonna be gone too, buddy.
yeah, yeah. Anybody who is taking any kind of a deal for this, just know you can't trust who you're working for. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, they're
I,
disconnected from God. They're disconnected, the divine spark, and they made that
yeah,
choice. Free will, because we live in a free will world, made that choice to
that's true.
disconnect.
Yep. Yeah. And Jason, we have a new song for the beginning of this. So make sure at the end you listen.
Mhm.
You're gonna like it. Yeah, and
Okay.
Nellie Turner made that for us. Josh's wife, the ones that do Paranormal Roundtable.
Oh,
She
that is
she did that for me. I was trying to figure out how to do it myself, and I was asking her questions, and she was like, "Well, what do you want one about?" So I told her, and she was like, "Oh, hang on," and then she sent it to me, and I was like, "Oh, well then."
while you were telling her, she's like,
Yeah, that's what she did. I love that girl. She's amazing. She is an amazing person. So, all right. So who's at the top of the list, Chad?
All right.
What do we got?
I feel like there's still more to say, but I'm gonna we need to start. So this is gonna we also know about MKU,
Yep.
mind control, and we also will keep those things into consideration. And we also know about directed energy weapons and
Right.
voice to skull, where they can talk to you. We'll keep that into consideration too. So and also, I just want to mention with this space program that's allegedly rumored, that Amy Eskridge talked about, that her friends would speak to her about, or people in the elite groups, that she would sneak into, scientists and stuff like that would talk about, uh, the space program that's going on out there, or something where, and you got to imagine that when that breaks away, you're breaking away from this reality because you're going into another dimension, perhaps, and maybe
Right.
even another time, and then so you could be gone 5 seconds to us and have an empire built, because you went back in time. And so it's just it's a race to kind of get there and do that. I think, I don't know,
Kind of
or people already have it and others are trying to catch up to it. I don't know, but it's
kind of
this.
like the 20 and back, you
yeah,
know.
Yeah. But I hear they're all sadistic up there, and so is this who we are as a man humanity? Do we kill ourselves? Do we kill our scientists? Like, I don't think it's us doing that, it's them. And it's
Yeah.
and this is going to become really evident because, yeah. So this first one is Ning Li, and it's Ning, Ning Li, Li. She's a Chinese American physicist. She was a professor at Huntsville, Alabama. She also founded AC Gravity and LLC. Um, Conducted superconductivity and gravity-related research. Received U.S. government research funding. Military reportedly showed interest in aspects of her work. Now, I know she received a large grant. She disappeared. Nobody knew where she was. For about 7 years, couldn't be found. Rumors were going around she went back to China to work, which wasn't the case. I think she went to work for private contractors. And so keep in mind, these billionaires are building their toys. And and so anyways, so the thing with her is it's pretty straightforward. I mean, they say like she died of Alzheimer's and she had a head injury from getting hit by a car. And so but since we're talking about these scientists, you know, she was standing at a crosswalk and she walked out and got hit by a car at the university.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know that anybody else on the crosswalk walked out. I don't know why the car would be running the stop sign. It's just highly suspicious. And she had brain damage after that and did die of natural causes eventually because of Alzheimer's. But that initial incident did feel rather intentional, being who she was and
Yeah.
and how important she is,
Sounds like
and
it.
how little has been said about her. And now,
I mean, you would think somebody with that form of intelligence would know better than to walk out in front of cars.
exactly, you know, and so I'm
I
thinking
mean,
like, and I'm
just
trying to
saying.
find, and there's lack of detail in it too. There's nothing in the police report that specifies if anybody else witnessed it or what was going on there. However, um, I don't know what I was going to say. Sorry. I'm going to move on to the next. Yeah, sorry.
Brain
So-
freeze.
Did the person that hit her, were they like, you know?
Nothing. There's no police
Nothing.
report on that. No crash report. The person is not. Nobody's been tried for hitting her. Nothing was talked about it. It's just, and they're trying to say that because of lack of information doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't information. It just means it's not publicly available or whatever. But no, nothing mentioned of it. Considering who she was, yeah, it's just
That sounds suspicious.
right.
Wow.
And so, you know, if you have a lot of information, I mean, I just don't trust these billionaires to have hearts, you know. It
I
does
don't
seem
think.
like,
I
and
really don't think any of them do.
right, and we got these, you know, we got Blackwater, which is, you know, military rents from them, you know, and they do private security and stuff like that. Who's to say what's being rented from them and what other operations are going on?
Now, I'm under the impression that a lot of the elitists, billionaires, I don't think that they don't have hearts because they're human. I don't think a lot of them are human.
Okay.
And or were they cloned? Did they actually die in real life and they couldn't afford to have them dead, so they cloned them and brought them in? You know, I mean, we we are lied to about this stuff so much that we can bring all the evidence that we know of. We can talk about the things that we know of, but where are all the answers? Because we sure don't get them from our governments. that we don't get them from. So
And I think some of them are just born into it and like
and there's that too.
bred,
Yeah.
you know, bred that way and led that way and stay that way. And
Yeah.
it just becomes a disconnect, you know, like from God. I'm gonna have to blank out and move back to my room.
Why you like it outside?
I'm
Turn on the porch.
fading.
Turn
And
on
my
the porch light.
yeah, I do. I like it out here, but geez, I
I
don't know.
used to do turn on your porch light. I used to do them outside. I loved it when it was nice out. I was doing the shows outside on my laptop all the time. As a matter of fact, my new one, I got to figure out how to get my streaming on it so that when it does start getting nice, I can rotate and go outside. There you
Nice.
go.
Yeah,
We see you
that works.
now.
I got a side shadow. Well,
But
it's nice.
yes,
We're gonna be getting that heat wave up here too, 100 degrees. Oh boy, for 3 days. It's going
oh
across the
god,
Yeah.
board up here.
And I should probably mention her husband died of a heart attack. Not died of a heart attack. He had a heart attack. I'm sorry. That right, watching her get hit
Oh gosh.
apparently,
oh, he was
or
there.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh,
or
jeez.
maybe when he found out about it, I don't know. But they said that yeah, because of he had a heart attack and then he died a year later.
Oh wow.
Um, but the next one to pop up on the list is Amy Eskridge. So maybe we'll pop into her, and it doesn't need to be in order. She's from Huntsville, Alabama. Um, uh, she's a founder and co-founder of the Institute of Exotic Sciences, which is a business she was starting after getting out of everything she was in with NASA.
Wasn't her
Um,
father also involved in that stuff too?
yeah, and he was rumored to have already solved anti-gravity and have been because he did it with a spinning technique. You know, the faster you spin something, the lighter it becomes, and so if you spin it fast enough, then maybe it'll hover or something. And so they were able to actually prove that it lost weight by mass spinning at a rapid speed or something like that. And so he's one of 5
Interesting.
scientists that discovered anti-gravity, and I guess Nikola Tesla is one of them.
Yeah.
So so it's been discovered before, and that's why she was saying, you know, it's been discovered before so many times. Maybe this is the time they're going to allow it to come out or something like that. Because her explanation was, they always tell you you're failing, you're doing horrible, or not failing, doing horrible, but you failed, or this, or we're going to take your experiment and turn it into junk. You know, it's a failed project or something, and then so that they work harder and harder, but none of it's failed. You know, they're just implementing it, but they make them work harder and make them feel as if they failed, you know. So
They're
uh,
taking their information. They're just
yeah,
taking it and utilizing it
yeah,
and making them
Now,
feel.
yeah, I had a video on her, and I was sitting there, like, I saved so many freaking videos that I
I know.
forget where I put them. And I was looking through, and I was trying to find it, and I could not find it. But it was the one where she was talking about different things and about space stuff and aliens, and saying that aliens are not aliens are us from the future, like we
Yeah,
are them. And now I did hear that the problem with her, a lot of people were saying, which our government is really good for spreading bad things when people let stuff out. They were saying that, you know, she was in an abusive relationship with her boyfriend, husband, or whatever he was, and it made her go cuckoo. Well, I'm sorry. I don't buy a lot of the things that are put out about people, especially people like that, because
Disinformation, yeah.
yeah, they like to do that. So it keeps us thinking, oh, well, that woman's just crazy. Oh no, that woman was a very, very intelligent scientist, okay, who knew a lot of different things and was in the right places at the right time.
hmm
That's probably
yeah.
So
why they did
Some
that too.
some people kind of suspect maybe she was a 9 and thought she was a 10 when it comes to intelligence, you know, but she was intelligent. She
hey,
definitely had credentials, you know, and
yeah, and I mean, if she was a 9, that's better than a 0. You know, I
But
mean, come on.
because she thought she was a 10, she struggled with that, you know? So there was always that trying the extra that I don't know. Anyways, she did have like physical burns done to her hand because they were using energy weapon on her and
Yep.
while she was typing on the computer.
Wow.
And so that would have been a microwave and it superimposed, you know, her silhouette onto the wall across from her. She received burns to the eyes. I have pictures of these that I can send you to pull up if you would like.
Yeah.
But you know, because I had a psychic friend. You can't call him a friend because they're online, right? And I never met the dude, but psychic Bob and him and I got along. Um, Never talked personally, but you know, we always talked in the chat and stuff like that. But he would get hit by these energy weapons, and now he's dead, you know. And I had a
Yeah.
video saved for us to watch of him getting hit by the energy weapons because you bounce all around, you know, it can be kind of intense and all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
Well, I
um
know that Huntsville, they have a lot of retired NASA people that live there, retired scientists, and so I mean that's a hubbub of a lot of those departments in
Oh
Huntsville.
yeah. They say that if we are ever attacked, that one of the main places they're going to take out first is going to be Alabama because of what they do there and
Right,
what they have, you know, as far as our way to see what's coming and everything.
right.
There's a name for it, but see, I'm not a 9 or a 10, so I can't remember what it's called.
I
I
can't
am
help
not a
you.
scientist.
I'm not there either, Brenda. So I'm sorry, I can't help you.
That's all right. We'll just wing it.
That's better. I like it that way.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm a dum dum, so I'm no harm to anybody.
well,
Put it that way.
you know, of all the people though that were she's kind of reminds me of the girl that kicked over the hornet's nest or the girl with the dragon tattoo, you know, that series.
Yeah.
Really smart and a little bit feisty, you know, like so she was on there on a video. I mean, you could see her talking about some of the stuff that would be top secret, I would assume. You know, on to her friends and stuff through face chat and stuff like that, you know, like if they hear you doing that and they told, you know, she was saying, you know, if they've let her getting away with it so far and haven't told her to shut the F up, that, you know, they're going to let her get away with it. And the other option was, you know, she was saying, you know, the rich people said, you know, they'd kill me if I talked about this stuff. So I don't know, but she did push the envelope a little bit, I think, in that degree,
Yeah.
you know. Um, how do I send this to you?
Facebook Messenger.
Yes, all 4 photos. Yes, select. No, select.
It's been a
Oh,
while.
I got to hit the check. Okay.
All right.
No,
It's been a while.
it is harassing me.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
tell it
That
to
It,
stop.
it would not let me select you in from photos, so I had to do it the backwards way. Here, I'm going to send these to you now. There, I sent them.
Well, it needs to stop harassing you. That's what I got to say.
And so that would be from the microwaves, I'm assuming.
Oh,
And I think they
shoot.
use microwaves so that they can see what you're typing on a computer, trying to figure out what you're saying. That would sound like, you know, people
yeah. Well,
not maybe harassing you, but maybe trying to get information from you, you know, if it is something happening from another country. I don't know. But she had gang
All right.
stalkers happen and gang stalking. Were you going to say something, Sherry?
yeah, it's they have some much more advancements of ways of getting them. We just got to guess.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Look at
Yeah.
that. Look at her eye. That's what Tommy gets on him.
And she said she
Oh,
was sitting on the couch with her boyfriend, and the unpopped kernels on the bottom of your bowl started popping in her lap, and she freaked out.
yeah, that's microwave.
And she'd come
Yeah.
home, you know, and like the cords to her devices would
Oh,
be cut
that's
in
not
half,
Oh, really? Wow.
cut in half. Yeah. And
good.
just to let her
It's like,
know, or her underwear would be disheveled, you know, all over the floor and stuff like that, just to let her know that, you know, they can get her at any moment. But who are these people following her and why? You know, that's what we're trying to
yeah,
figure
I
out.
wish Tommy was here because that's a lot of the stuff that he goes through.
Hmm.
Um, he will come home and his stuff will be rearranged or moved, or you know,
Wow.
I mean, just horrible things like that, you know. And it doesn't do him any good to change locks because they still manage to get in.
Yeah.
So
See, and who are they and how are they doing this? You know, it's not our military. Is it BlackRock or Blackwater? Sorry, Blackwater.
I think
Um,
I honestly think that it is part of the military industrial complex, which is kind of military but not military.
so is it privatized? Is that what it
I
means?
I
It
think it's
could.
a mixture of that and the CIA,
And
honestly.
yeah, yes, definitely. And
Yeah.
also MKU people
Yep.
that, a locksmith go to work and doesn't remember that he unlocked a door for some other buddies, other people that are like, oh, okay, thanks. He just thought maybe he was doing a job or something. It could be an innocent
Yeah.
person, like a locksmith is what I'm thinking. That is like, oh, okay, this is your home. I'm sorry this happened to you, and let you in. And
You would think after unlocking that door for the same person and changing the lock over and over again or letting them in, they would think, look, dude, you're retarded if you cannot turn around and stop locking yourself out of your house. I
yeah,
mean,
that poor fella's got some issues.
yeah, no kidding.
But
Mm-mm.
I believe that they can use, just your average person too. And
Yeah.
you know, I
Well,
I've yeah, I've had some stuff at my old place happen before. And or even like when you're there sleeping, like you can be asleep, you know, like in your house, everybody, and then nobody knows that somebody came in, maybe spiked something, maybe did something while you're there. But
Yeah.
I've
yeah,
heard about that there's something that they can do to make you fall asleep and stay asleep.
because there's a guy on here, you know, that his death isn't really suspicious. He was considered obese and he had a heart attack, but he was hiking, he was with his kid. It's just one of those things where you have to wonder, is it one of those situation scenarios, you know, where
Yeah.
somebody slipped something in his, you know, to give him a heart attack or
Mm.
Well, they can. There's ways now that I found out that they can just do it
Yeah.
heart
Hi,
remotely.
attack.
Kiki. We
That's what
missed you,
that's what I think
Kiki.
too. So
She said, hi.
so you're right with the regular civilians as well. They could use those because with Carl Grillmare, he was shot, you know, on his property on his porch, and he was somebody that was an astrophysicist, but he was responsible, I think, for finding like water and different things on other planets. And so there was a gentleman on Schneider, I believe, that was on his property with a shotgun, and he was walking across. So Carl um, called the police, or he actually didn't call the police. He said somebody else did, and so someone else called the police, and this guy got arrested, and then he was let out just a few days later, and 2 weeks later he went back to the property and shot Carl. Now, the reason he said he was on the property in the first place was with an UNT registered shotgun, or yeah, and was in case coyotes or something, I don't know. And he was on his way to the post office, which was not in the direction he was headed. So it's already not making sense. And then he was also, he burglarized or some home and hijacked his mom's car to drive away after killing him and different things like that. So, but he burglarized a home before the judge decided to let him out of jail because of his not having a record before, which doesn't make sense, time wise. So this guy's getting extra special treatment, and he just happens to kill this guy. Just walk up and shoot him on his porch. Is that MKU? Is that
Wow.
one of these
Yeah.
people that have been programmed, or yeah?
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That, because
Activated.
there's sometimes they're like, wow, I never expected that. They could have
Or
done it when they were a kid and then waited for an opportune time to,
or were they paid quite a bit to
Yeah.
do this and kept out of trouble at the same time?
There's a lot of people that are just regular, we think Joe Schmoes and stuff, or ladies, whatever. And, that, I don't know, when they get the call, like, okay, yeah, I'll do my job and not think twice about it and go back to being the postman or the teacher or the grocery store person. It's,
Right.
I've learned
Man.
about that.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, because it's a little bit scary to think about.
Yeah.
Especially on what large of a scale. Because that's what I was saying, with the celebrities, and you were saying with the natural healers, and then, politicians, anybody that goes to do anything gets taken out. So,
Yeah,
much.
but we always look at that, right? But you'd never look at the regular type of people, or you assume that are regular types of people,
right. Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. So how did she pass?
She passed with a gun, a handgun, allegedly shot herself in the head. It was found laying next to her. I read one report that I can't really confirm legitimately, but saying that the gun was to the left of her in the left hand, like,
And she
and
was
she
right-handed.
right-handed. So it did, but it was, yeah, gun to the head. I don't want to do the motion. That's kind of disturbing sometimes, but
And people who are right-handed that shoot right-handed, it's rather hard to pick up a gun and shoot it correctly on the left-hand side.
mhm.
So it's like I'm right-handed, but I'm left-eye dominant, so I shoot different than people do. I don't turn my gun, I turn my head. So it makes things kind of a little awkward, to have to do it like that. So I've never understood that. Or when they say somebody commits suicide by shooting themselves twice in the back of the head. What?
Yeah.
What?
It's like, where
Wait,
did
what?
you shave that thing off? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Or-
can't. Because how would you do the second one after the first? I just, now that I'm thinking about it, that does
oops,
not
that one didn't work right. Let's do it again.
it doesn't make logical sense.
It's
Now-
like the people. Go ahead, Chad.
Oh, I was going to say, there's this gentleman, Joshua LeBlanc, and he died in a Tesla crash. I was going to go through a few of them.
Was that the one that exploded in front of the Trump casino?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No, I
No,
remember
this
that.
guy, yeah. And so the thing with this is like his car, it's just highly suspicious. His family is high. There's no reason why he'd want to kill himself, in other words. And so he was a NASA Marshall Space Flight Center engineer. And his car sped up, I guess, and went through the guardrail and flew over the guardrail and hit a tree and burst into flames and burned at an incredibly high temperature.
oh yeah.
They almost said unnaturally high, but I guess those cars,
Yes,
That's what would happen. But this isn't
because
the
the
first
whole,
time. Yeah.
yeah, the whole bottom of them is nothing but a lithium battery, a humongous lithium battery. So yeah.
And feasibly, you can remotely control these cars. They
Yeah,
have
Oh
all
yes.
they have all the
they
components to do it, even though they say you can't. You know, you
they had an X file, like not the first ones, but the second one
Mhm.
they came back, and it was all about the AI systems, and he didn't tip
Yep.
at the restaurant that they ate, and Scully was in a car and she got locked in and it was speeding around. There was no driver or anything, and it was going crazy, and they were having all sorts of stuff till at the end of that one episode he went back and gave him a tip, or the machine a tip,
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
down. Yep. Yep. And it was like, it reminded me like a smart city and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. It was crazy. It was a crazy episode, but it's hard to find to watch that one. Yeah.
Hmm. Goodbye.
Yeah.
So there's a couple more popular ones I wanted to get into because there's quite a few. I don't know how much time we'll have to get to all of them, but we can try, or at least mention a little bit about each one. Um, but let's see. Let's start with Melissa Cassius, I think. And Melissa Cassius was an administrative employee, so she wasn't very high up, and that's the discrepancy. But she was at Los Alamos, and I think she does have a connection to Colonel McClaslin or something, one of the ones we're going to talk about later on. Um, she did have financial problems. They were hinting around like maybe she left on her own accord, you know, that sort of thing, but nothing about this story um, implies that she would have taken her own life just simply because she had plans made to help her mother through a surgery. She had plans for the next day with her daughter to go to a lake that they were all excited about. You don't make plans, you know, it, when you're planning to kill yourself or something like that. So
Right.
she and her husband drove to work, and she dropped him off and claimed that she needed to go back for her badge. Um, and which was not true because you needed your badge in order to get through the first set of security. So she was
Right.
already lying first thing in the morning. She drove back you know, at 7:30 in the morning. I think she got back home, and um, she erased one of her phones, so factory reset it. And then she went to go get her daughter Subway and dropped it off at her college, and she's seen on camera doing that. And then she came back home, and the second phone was erased at 3:30, I think. Um, and so she had two phones that were erased. She left behind quite a bit of stuff. Um, but she also took a few things, which would imply that she wasn't going to kill herself. Like her daughter thought that she took her flat iron, and thought that she took her reading glasses, and she took her thyroid medicine, 90 days worth. Um, and she was spotted on a camera walking along uh, a road um, in the outfit that her daughter described her to be in. And then she was described by a friend of the family's, described by somebody to be walking along the road in a white shirt and possibly limping. And the information didn't necessarily resonate with the family, so they missed a really good clue um, because they weren't told that it was a friend of the family's that said this, that somebody that knew her. They thought it was just some stranger reporting it. They didn't realize it was like their next door neighbor, you know, who knew her really well that saw her do it. And so they lost time. So she's walking up a freeway towards a forest, and that's the last anybody knows. They did a search for her. Um, Nothing to be found, nothing to be heard of her until recently, which is just a few weeks ago. They found her body 6 miles from her home in the woods, skeletonized and propped up against a tree,
Hmm.
which makes no sense because, from what I understand, animals and scavengers would have scattered those bones and picked them clean, or insects. Her bones would have just naturally, it just wouldn't be sitting up like some movie prop against a tree with a gun next to it. I think they did claim there might have been a head fracture or something in the back of the skull, like something back there, but no evidence of a bullet or gun fired. And the frustrating thing about all of these cases is, and the most suspicious thing about them all, is the lack of evidence they're coming out with and giving us about, the police, the FBI, or anybody. Not the FBI would, but I'm just saying the lack of evidence that we're getting. None of these family members have been contacted even by the FBI yet, or federal agencies, to interview them. So, okay.
Well, I want to say something about that. The skeleton was sitting up against a tree, and there was something going on with the back of the head. She had a gun next to her. Now, if she would have shot herself in the back of the head, she would have fallen forward. That's where they would have found the bones. In the
Oh,
side of
wow.
the head, she would have fallen sideways.
Yeah.
And that's the way they wouldn't have found her just sitting
propped
upright.
up. No animal, no
happened.
weather. The weather didn't get to, it just skeletonized. And so this seems like somebody murdered her and
propped her up
and placed her, there or something. So,
or just put a skeleton up there
and
got rid of the body somewhere else so nobody would know what she actually died from.
Well, can we honestly say that these people are that the bodies that they're recovering are who they're saying they're recovering? That, like, the DNA, they have to go by the DNA in the car that burnt down, like, we have to go by the DNA in that. Can't they just...
But who's doing the DNA?
Yeah.
Who's doing it?
Yeah.
They're gonna...
It could be anybody.
Yeah.
Why was his car parked at an airport for 4 hours that wasn't scheduled? His family said he had no reason to be there. Did they put him on a plane somewhere and put somebody else in that car and then crash it?
They could do that too. Yeah, that could be.
And did they do the same thing with this Melissa, Cassius? Did they, and just put some, go to the dollar? No, I'm kidding. Go to Home Depot and get a skeleton and prop it up against a tree.
Yeah, they could be kidnapping them and utilizing them for, I don't know.
True.
Their smarts.
They could have gone to a cemetery and gotten the bones from a cemetery and just stuck it all up together. And
I'm
sat
sure
it there.
they got plenty of that stuff wherever they want to get it from.
Yeah.
With her, it wouldn't necessarily be for her smarts. Not that she was, by any means a dumb person, I don't think, but she was not a scientist. She was an administrative. So she just worked, letting people in or something like that, or authorizing people. I'm not sure, but she would have access to a lot of different departments, I think, is the problem. Because everything's compartmentalized. She would be one of the ones that see how they connect, maybe.
And letting people in. Who did she let in? Who wasn't she supposed to look at, or remember? Maybe she had a good memory, of people and stuff, and they just got a little scared of, like, oh my God, I could be identified, or I could, or they could tie me to this person. And
so there's another guy that went missing, and this one's an odd one too. William Neal McClassland. He was a former commander in Air Force Research Laboratory, of an Air Force Research Laboratory, led advanced Air Force research programs. He was at the facility that the Roswell crash went to, and he was as high up as you can go, almost, as far as all these secret projects. He knew them. He knew them all. So he had all the information. This guy, and he's missing, and he's missing from his home. Yes. Still missing from his home. And now his wife calls in the morning to the operator and says, my husband's missing. I just got back from a doctor's appointment. She was gone for an hour, a little less. And in that time period, he disappeared. He left his phone behind. He left his glasses, which he needs. They They said he might have brought a gun with him. There's no trail. There's no scent trail, and there's nothing on any of the cameras, the ring cameras or Tesla cameras in the neighborhood of him walking away or going anywhere. So, so it's extremely mysterious.
Really disappeared. Wow.
Well, yeah, that one they probably pulled up in the driveway, and somebody came in and got him and took him out of the house.
Yeah, and you can
And they
hack into
probably reset his cameras and
Yep, you
everything
can
else.
hack
Yeah.
into all that stuff. I mean, look at there's some young kids that can just hack into stuff. So
Because they would have seen the car or something around that time on the video surveillance from the other doorbell cameras and stuff of the neighbors. I'm thinking is what they're
You can
assuming that he might have gotten picked up. That may be very well what happened, but by what is what I wonder, you know. And why would somebody just leave their home all of a sudden, like all these, you know, like the other people, kind of like that Melissa Cassius?
Yeah.
You know, there's a gentleman that walked out of his home in the middle of the night with his wife, and the dogs were there, and he didn't take them with him, and she thought that was weird because she looked out there and saw him walking, and then saw him walking up towards the railroad tracks, and they found his body in the lake a year later, you know, after it thawed out. But a lot of this sounds like that MKU, like just why are they just erasing their phones? Or are they being told something different? Or are they part of something? Are they part of some secret society? Or, you know, are they
Right.
agents? Are they agents? I don't know, but
But MKU, they have suicide programs that they program into the survivors, and sometimes they don't. Something triggers them. It might go off accidentally. It might go off on purpose. And then they don't have control, because there's a lady that I listened to that survived from the Vatican, and she's got her own stuff and is talking about it and everything. But when her memories started coming up, she would find herself at this train station standing by to throw herself off in front of a train, and she had to work so hard to stop it, so hard to stop.
that's what I was thinking with the walking out in the road and everything.
Yeah.
Or David Wilcox, you know, like he all of a sudden walked out of his house and shot himself in the head and was,
Well,
you know.
I heard that 911 call, and I heard the call with the officer, and I'm here to tell you something. The officer was talking when he came out, and he said he has a gun, and in the same breath said he just shot himself. I did not hear the gun go off at all in that conversation. At all.
See, suspicious. These things are suspicious. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Theory, you know, David knew a whole lot, and that he might have, like, you know, gonna spill some major beans, and you know, can't do that.
Yeah, I was my time that I spent my downtime, I happened to click on was watching Ancient Aliens, and throughout the years and throughout the time, and I could see the difference in him changing from when he was real young and getting older. And I sat there and looked at those and listened to this man and his intelligence and a lot of the things that he knew, and I'm like, that man didn't kill himself. I'm sorry. That man did not kill himself.
Up in Colorado, and you know, with his dog, and just kind of got, like, you know, there's other people that knew him from the UFO community. He was trying to help him, but he's like, I don't want anyone else to be hurt, you know. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Much crap.
There's a Monica Reza that went missing, and she was a JPL. Sorry, I'm not drawing that to my mind real okay, materials engineer, and so associated with advanced rocket engine alloys, and I believe she's the reason why we can go to space without borrowing Russia's rockets and engines is because she came up with the alloy that was strong enough to withstand the heat that they could build the rockets the way they needed to be built. With all that
Let me ask you a question.
solid fuel going off at once. So she came up with that
Let
technology.
me ask you a question. Some of these people that have these technologies to put us in space, why would they get rid of them? Because did they find out that we can't actually go to outer space? Did they find that stuff out? And they had to get rid of them? I mean, I'm just wondering if she's the one that invented this stuff so we don't have to use Russia. Why would you get rid of somebody that would be that valuable? Because she would call bullshit?
Well, she didn't die. She's just missing, so it's hard to say what they did with her. And she disappeared.
Alien came and got her.
Well, she disappeared on the hiking trail. She was hiking, doing a hiking excursion with yoga friends, I believe it was, or people that she knew from yoga. And he turned around and said, we're going around the bend up here. And she was like 30 feet behind him. And he kept on walking and turned around and she was gone. No scent trail. Dogs can't find a scent trail. There's a beanie with the scent on it, but it would not tell me if there was a scent trail leading up to the beanie and away. There was just no scent trail around the beanie, so it was just kind of placed there. Don't even know if she was really on that trail. I mean, they took pictures of it, so I guess so. But who's to say what happened? Were those really her friends or not her friends? But who were those people from the yoga place? But the no scent thing throws me. This is like a missing 411, type scenario where one minute you're hiking with somebody and the next minute they disappeared and there's no scent trail.
And I'm sorry, those dogs will find a scent. If they were there, those dogs will find a scent.
I agree. Now, AI will argue with you and say not necessarily, but you know what?
AI can go bite me.
I've heard those dogs have tracked somebody in a trunk of a car 6 miles, to where they got hauled to or something like that. So,
those dogs are specifically trained to do one job and one job only, and that is to search and find. And they use them either live or look for cadavers. And that's what they're trained for all of their lives. They're not just going to go out there and go, nope, nothing here. Sorry. If they do that, then there was nothing there. Just saying.
It's the lack of information that we're getting, or just effort put into this. There are police putting a lot of effort into a few of these cases.
Go ahead and talk. I gotta strap somebody up. Apparently, he's got to go potty.
The salt and pepper kind of thing. You got the people that took these careers in whatever position to do the right thing, and then you got the pepper people that took it for their reasons.
Yeah. And I guess there are people out there because we have, what are we? Inquiring minds. We want to know. We're curious. We ask the questions that people just don't think of, because you got people that watch this stuff on the news and go, oh, that's too bad. Nobody bothered to ask, how did this happen?
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's too bad. You're so right.
Yeah. I mean, they have no clue to ask questions. How did they shoot themselves twice in the head? How did they stab themselves 25 times in the chest? I mean, what?
First time it hurt.
Why do they? Yeah, you'd learn your lesson. Oh, we ain't doing that again. I mean, why? That's how they get away with it, though. Well, people just don't ask.
they don't ask, and I don't know, they don't seem like want to think like, oh, that's too horrific, or that's too woo woo stuff, or that's too this and that, or they're just so desensitized. A lot
I'm
of people are
surprised.
desensitized.
That's true. And I'm surprised that somebody hasn't come up and said, well, maybe Bigfoot grabbed her. I'm sorry. The
Poor
dogs
Bigfoot.
still would have went crazy because the scent of Bigfoot. Now,
Yeah,
I'm just telling you.
yeah. Don't put Bigfoot in there. They're good beans.
I mean, you just don't know anymore. I mean, it's ridiculous with some of the stuff that they come up with and how this stuff happens, and nobody thinks twice about why did that happen.
No, because it just seems like they got desensitized, like, and everybody's busy, or, like the movies, or, oh, wow, that seems like a movie, and that can't really happen. And, or I saw this, and, because, the movies are so similar to real life
Yeah.
situations,
Yeah.
or TV shows, whatever, television program.
Yeah.
So there's this other missing person. She was a neuroscientist and bioengineer from Los Alamos National Laboratories, and she was on a retreat that she'd paid for, and she just arrived, and then told everybody she was leaving it to go drive 3 hours somewhere else to go on a hike, which didn't make sense. And her car was found. They said it was hit by a boulder or something. I didn't see evidence of that, but the back window was
Wow.
smashed and she was missing, and there was no scent trail.
Wow.
Okay. She was in her car. A
Mhm.
boulder smashed the back window.
I'll send
But
you a
yet
photo.
she was missing.
And there was no boulder that hit that car. It's just I don't understand why they would say that, but yeah, apparently the car got hit by a boulder and or something.
Well, that doesn't even sound right.
And out of the blue left her retreat that she had paid to go for, and all these people, somebody contacts them. I mean, they're clearly aware of something, or something clicks, something happens, they get told something, like they're either switching personalities like we said, or they had some arrangement, maybe, or they believe they're going off somewhere, or maybe they're in space, you know.
Maybe. Maybe the ship came by and said, oh, we need that person. Come work for us. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's happened
Yeah.
too. So
True.
All right, so this is I'll send you a picture of Ingrid and her car. 1 second.
After the accident happened.
Yeah,
And
and I see the front of it's kind
missing.
of damaged too. Yeah, I'll send
So
you a picture of okay. I feel like this is so slow, and I apologize to everybody, and it's probably me. I missed a picture.
it's okay. It's okay.
So, which picture did I miss? This one?
Gee, I wonder if it looks like the boulder hit the front and rolled over it, or hit the back and rolled over it.
Okay, here they are.
You got to watch those boulders now.
yeah, you never know about those boulders.
Just one boulder may fall from the sky. Chicken Little.
Yeah, I mean, it does happen. People, you're driving around the mountains and stuff, but
Oh,
come
sure.
on.
I used to live in California, Pacific
Yeah.
Coast Highway. There you go.
And she was really smart too.
I'm just wondering if they just got them all the information and whatever they created and whatever that, kind of like, okay, we're done with you now. We don't need you
Needs you,
anymore.
right? Like, yeah.
Chad, where'd the picture go? Hang on a minute. Okay, here we go.
It's like,
I got it now. It was in with some other ones that got kind of mixed up. I didn't look far enough. Okay, so that's the back window.
Kind of looks like she's rear-ended.
Well, there was the airbag didn't deploy, so it's not like she was. Oh, well, no, we don't want that one. So it's not like she was crashed. What is this on the top of the car?
Okay.
Was she delivering pizza?
okay.
Yeah. Taxi cab.
It said hunters reportedly encountered her on a remote mountain road after a Subaru had been damaged and offered her a ride, which she declined. She reportedly said she was determined to reach the top of the mountain. Okay, so and then 3 days later, authorities found her Subaru in a remote area. Investigators reportedly found that a large boulder had smashed through the rear hatch window and was lodged inside the vehicle. I don't see that, but okay.
I'm not buying that.
The car also reportedly had significant front end damage.
Okay.
Yeah, according to the reporting, the vehicle contained 3 laptops, an unactivated burner phone, her keys still in the ignition, and yeah, and she has not been found.
Well, okay. Now, I'm going to say this.
Front
There's
damage.
no glass here. There's really not much damage done to the hatch of the car up by where the window is or the ledge of the car. So, did somebody shoot that boulder out of a clean cut cannon and
Yeah.
I mean, that's clean. That's not.
Yeah, and you can look at the back of it. Looks like something like a truck or something ran into it. I know why I'm
Down
looking
in
at
here,
it.
yes.
I was wondering about that. Okay.
I
Yeah,
was
down in this
rear-ended,
area.
sitting
Did someone
at a
rear end her?
That's
And then
what.
she
That's
hit.
what. But still, the window is like way too clean. You break a
Right.
window, there's some kind of glass. There's no glass.
No, it's like someone
There's
removed the
this
window.
down here, like maybe somebody bumped into her and
Yeah.
didn't really hit her that hard, but just kind of bumped into her. But there's no dents on the top at all.
No.
I mean, wrong way. And
No airbags.
yeah, so the front couldn't have been that damaged. It didn't even set the airbags off. I mean, you hit a deer and your airbags will go off and it will demolish the front of your car.
Oh yeah.
You hit a boulder and nothing.
A boulder would smash more than what that looks like for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean,
Definitely.
the roof of the car would have been scratched up and
I want to see if there. Well, dang it!
It just looks like someone slammed into her.
And they sure didn't take any pictures of anything around it, like mountain or anything where this boulder would have come from.
And her headlights, they're not broke.
Yeah.
Or the tail lights, I mean.
Yeah.
They're not broke either.
Nope.
And
That's why I said if somebody bumped into her, they didn't hit her that hard.
And her license plate looks still pretty good condition.
Yeah.
It's not all mangled up.
Well.
Huh. Isn't that interesting, folks?
More questions, no answers. What the hell?
Yeah. And boulders will usually fall out of a cliffside, or something when it's wintertime or something. But
well, sure don't fall from a tree.
Yeah. And Bigfoot did not throw a chuck of boulder at
no. Can't blame this one on Bigfoot either.
No.
Just saying. Can't do it.
So she was actually out in the woods? Or they found her car out in the woods?
Like, yeah.
Oh, come
It
on.
looks like.
Oh, seriously.
But she
That's
drove away from a retreat that she had paid for to go to relax, and
huh.
Huh.
just something happened to get her to leave there, and she was determined to get to the top of the mountain, is what the hunters were saying.
And she was going to
Um,
get to the top of a mountain in that low car
well, I guess it was maybe
on
the
dirt
car
road.
was. I wonder if the car. Well, it would imply that the car was broken. She was going to do the rest by foot because they were offering her a ride off of the mountain. I think not
And
to the
leave
top.
her car there with laptops in it
Yeah, but no
and everything
Central.
else.
There's no Central around the car, mind you. I think there's a little bit of a Central that's outside the door, and then no Central.
Wow.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention something about the railroad guy, the guy that walked out of his house at night, with his dogs needing to be walked. He took off his Apple Watch and put it in the mailbox. Was another odd thing that he did, and then he was found dead in the lake, frozen underneath it. But people don't jump in a lake to kill themselves, I don't think.
No.
Like
No,
And to
not
take
under
off your
normal.
Apple Watch, you can track
unless you're drunk.
people, you track your Apple devices. They all
True.
connect together. So
So
the
he
whole
left it
thing,
behind.
no. Yeah.
In a
So why
mailbox.
Huh.
Hmm.
did they
I'm
get
gonna
a
start.
voice to skull
Yeah,
message said to
maybe.
them?
Could that sounds like that's a big possibility too, to
Maybe I'm
to
gonna
go
go
do
around looking
this.
in. I'm gonna go around looking in mailboxes, see if I can find me an Apple Watch.
Yeah, hop it. Get some money.
Can't afford one. Might as well go look in a mailbox.
You
Yeah.
might
What's it
want
gonna
to
hurt?
wear it.
That's funny.
I mean,
Yeah,
shit. Who does this? Who does this?
This is not an Apple Watch, it's a fake. I'm putting that one back.
But you're right. I mean, could they be MK Ultra? Could they be voice to skull? Somebody telling them to do this? Somebody telling them, meet us here, take all your devices and leave them behind, and so nobody can follow you here, and something happening that way.
I mean,
You
why
know,
would the one lady bring her thyroid medicine for 90 days, but the other person leave
true.
behind his prescription glasses that he needs?
That's true.
It's just
That's true.
none of it makes sense.
Well, they could tell them, but then again, you gotta, I don't know, she needed her thyroid medicine, so maybe they thought that she did it, like, oh, okay, I don't know where I'm going, but I better take this,
Yeah,
if they
yeah.
needed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
So, I mean,
Or
it's,
do they get a code word set in their head and all of a sudden they're just cheat, 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 cheat,
yeah, off we
Yeah,
go.
that happens,
Yeah.
or a phone call or a text or through your cell phones, the frequencies that go through your phones or your laptops, your TV, even your television,
Yeah.
even the radio stations in your car. The
Yes.
cars.
Yep.
Or
So,
during the one period of time, people that didn't want to get stuff done to them, next thing you know, what they felt like they needed to walking by some places because it was like, or like what they used to do back in the day of TV flashing things in between.
oh, the suggestive programming.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
subliminal.
yeah.
Subliminal.
Code,
Yeah. So blah 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 blah.
That's why I wasn't
Symbolism. Symbolism.
symbolism. Yeah, that's right. That's good too. That blah, blah, blah.
I knew I'd get it right sooner or later.
It takes about 3 people to figure it out, but that's okay.
We'll each say it a different way and then put it together and it'll all work.
Exactly.
So who else got that kind of, yeah, that one was a little weird. Boulder my butt. I'm not buying it.
No.
Okay,
no,
not buying it.
either. No.
Nix that one.
We picked that apart.
Yeah, the guy with the heart attack. Now that could be just what it was.
Yeah.
That could also be directed energy weapons.
Yeah.
Because I think that can affect your heart, especially if your heart's not good.
Well, your
So-
your heart. It's a magnetic, electrical system naturally on
Right.
its own. So,
Yep.
yeah.
There's also this Anthony Chavez. He's somebody that was seen on camera that just disappeared. Left home on foot, wallet, vehicle, and other belongings reportedly left behind. And he's still missing. And I believe he had a gun on, or
Was he going to the woods too?
but he had on camo or something. I think he was seen with camo, but there's not a lot of information on him. I would have to look into it a little bit further.
Now, you know, I'm starting to have some doubts about missing 411. Like,
Yeah.
are they being paid to help these people disappear? I mean, are they? What is going on? Okay.
Possibly.
Maybe we need to look into them a little bit hard. See what we can come out with that.
Yeah. And then there's also a Frank Werner that people are interested in, and he was a long NASA JPL career. He had a long career there. Sorry, I said the wrong name. I said the right name, and I read the wrong information. Frank Werner, sorry. He was a senior JPL engineer, worked on sophisticated space instrumentation, but his public obituary didn't, like, you can't figure out his cause of death. And then when you look up his grave and his burial, you can't find where he's been buried. So there's things like that that are suspicious with these people also that are included on the list.
Wow.
Interesting. And he has no record of his obituary at all? I mean...
That's weird.
Well, and he's not still missing, is he? Did they classify him that he was deceased? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could understand if he was still missing, them not having that kind of information. But if they've classified him as deceased, well, there should have been something on him.
Yeah.
Anything.
No cause of death has been publicly released since July 4th, 2024 in Los Angeles. His obituary announced his passing, but did not specify how he died. There has been no public announcement of criminal investigation, autopsy findings, or evidence of foul play. And it's just stating that he's made it into this cluster of scientists.
Did he have family?
He's a German-born engineer. That's definitely associated with missing 411. And then
Interesting. Do we know how old he was? Was he older?
So, oh, he was 61 years old.
Okay.
He is a father, and a husband. He had siblings and nephews, so he did have family. Yeah. You think they would have said something about his?
Well, also though, sometimes the family can ask to keep things private. Now that can happen, but you would think that he had friends too, so people would want to know, want to go to his funeral or his burial, you know.
Especially family, you know. But,
That's weird.
Yeah, that's very weird.
So now we're just kind of left in trying to figure out what's going on with it all. Why these people would all of a sudden be missing? You know, I think like 4 in 2025, and somebody went missing in 22, 23, 24. So, or 2 in 24. and I believe 4 or 5 in 25, and then 1 in 22 and 1 in 23. So that's pretty recent.
Now,
Um,
what did they all have in common?
well, Trump announced that he would release the UFO files, and they're all connected either through it's hard to say like, oh, this person's not connected to the UFO files because they did this as a job, you know, because
Well,
everything's so compartmentalized. How do you know
well,
you're
hang
not?
on. Okay, he's releasing the UFO files, not alien files, UFO files.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of us already know that a lot of the things that people see in the sky, they're made from our government. They're ours. We did this. Okay. So maybe, just maybe, some of them were out to say, okay, yeah, but our government collected these vessels that have gone down and they've stolen technology from them. Or like when what's his name was in power and they decided to trade technology for human research. Maybe they found out about that and they weren't okay with that and they weren't okay. Maybe somebody else did that again and they weren't okay with that. I mean,
Hmm.
and they could know that everything that we see in our sky belongs to us. They're
Yeah.
us.
I've heard that they're planning on emitting that first. Like they're supposed to release, like everything's not going to be all thrown out at everybody, but it's going to be like 3 different packets of like this first, and then this second, and then
Well,
this third.
Okay. Well, I know too, like McClasson, Colonel McClasson, I believe his name was. He had contact with somebody from Blink 81, one of the singers, who was
Yeah.
mentioned in the Podesta files that was
yeah.
seen on the Hillary laptops, and they were wanting to know information about what was going on. So not all the government knows. Like I think they're trying to figure it out too. Is this privatized military groups that really know, or is this, it's like I don't know who knows the information, but I have a feeling Hillary and them were trying. I think these people want off this planet, and they're trying to figure out how to get
How to get
off
out
this
of
planet
here.
before
Yeah.
whatever happens. But
Because they don't
but
feel safe in their bunkers.
but they were trying to get that information from McClasson. So could that be why? I don't know. He disappeared.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, there are so much that we get lied to about everything. And we can say this over and over again. And they lie. They lie, they lie, and they lie. So maybe it's just that we do have things in our sky that probably don't belong there. But maybe they found out that our government was going to try to, hey, sports cat. Maybe they found out that our government was going to try to, um, Chad, you see what Glenn put in there? What a
No.
great hair! What a great haircut!
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell him to go screw himself. Shut up, Glenn. But
Glenn loves
maybe
me and Chad.
yeah, I know he does. But
It
I
looks
think
good. I like it.
so do I.
Look very handsome.
Hey, I look at it like this.
Yeah.
It's summertime. You can have your hair like that. Don't get a burn though on your head when you go outside.
It's happening. I
Oh,
feel my
no.
hair crawling because it's already thin. I'm like, why
Wear
did
a
he
hat.
do this to a 53-year-old? Shave my
Wear
head this short.
wear a
Like
hat.
I'm
Wear a hat.
practically gonna go. Yeah.
You need to wear a hat. Wear a hat. You'll be all right. Wear
Yeah.
one that's
But
got
I
pants in
do
it.
I do feel like that Sigourney Weaver character in Aliens 3 or whatever, where they shave their head.
Oh no.
That's what I feel like every time I look in the mirror.
But maybe some of them found out that our government was going to do a fake alien invasion, which we all know they're going to do that. they're going to do that. They've got CGI.
Oh,
They have
okay.
done other things with it. And maybe they weren't okay with that.
McClassen would have that
Project
information,
Ruby.
access to that information.
Right.
Colonel
Yeah.
McClassen, he would know if they had, what is it called, Blu-ray or
Project
Yeah.
Bluebeam.
Bluebeam, yeah.
Project Bluebeam. Yep.
Mhm.
Well, we all know they have it.
Blu-ray is a DVD disc, sorry. But yeah.
I don't remember what. Oh, well, yeah, I do.
Well, some people have been talking about why they put that movie Disclosure out, but Spielberg movie Disclosure, to get the people to get ready for when they start
Well,
releasing some
yeah.
information. And
Well, it's not only that, but I've already been told, because I already know somebody that has access to that, and I've already been told that one of the things that they're trying to do with that is they're going to try to make people believe that aliens created us on this planet, and they're trying to take God and Jesus and everybody out of the equation.
you know, that's a big, I kind of lean that way too. Well, also I was listening to someone talking about it, and they were like, oh yeah, they've been using AI forever, and they're going to show us how to use it as a tool and this and that. And I'm like, that doesn't sound good, because what I've heard from some other experiencers and stuff, it's not a good thing, you know.
Yeah.
And they're gonna come and show themselves, and it's like,
Thank you, Devin.
from what
Everybody,
I've
thank
learned,
you for
like
coming over.
the
Uh,
benevolent beings, you know, don't come here till we raise our frequency up,
right.
and they meet
Well,
us halfway.
here's the thing. With like the UFO files and all that stuff, they don't want to put too much out because they don't want to shock anybody. Well, this
No,
is what I say.
get
This
that
is what
too.
I say. Right now, at this point, with as dumb as everybody is acting and all the shit that's going on, shock them. Because you know what? There are more people that know more about what's going on.
Well, the
And
Vatican's
the
coming
dirty
out.
crap.
The
Yeah.
Vatican's going to be talking too. They're getting ready to prepare their people to come
Yeah.
out and talk about what they've seen with their giant telescope. And kind of funny that the name's called Lucifer, but anyway, it's just saying.
A lot
Well,
of their names.
thank you. Thank you, Devin. Yeah, I haven't figured out how to do the redirect either. I've got it open where I can get them, but I haven't figured out how to do them. I'm going to get with Roxy later and see if she can show me. But yeah, so the thing that we can come up with these missing scientists, number one, they all had things in common, which they were, i.e., government, military, and NASA. Okay. Now, you know, I've seen where they look it up, and in NASA stands for deceive in Hebrew. So I don't take a lot of things that come out of NASA for granted.
Never a straight answer is what I heard.
Yeah, never a straight answer.
Never a
I
straight
know.
answer.
I know when I was a kid, they used to do that, need another 7 astronauts, but no, now it's never a straight answer.
Yep.
And that's absolutely correct. There isn't. So, I mean, these people that are missing and they're coming up dead, some of the things are strange, like the whole skeleton body sitting up against a tree with a gun next to it. Like I said, I'm sorry. I worked in that field. If they hit themselves in the back of the head with that thing, they would have fell forward, and that's how they would have found the bones. The side would have felt sideways. That's how they would have found the bones. If they found the bones just sitting there up against a tree, no animals tore it apart, no nothing like that, staged. Sorry, stage, 100%.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The boulder that hit this car. No. You do not. No. There was no boulder that hit that car and made the back window completely clean, no glass, the top of the car perfectly fine. The airbags did not deploy.
License
She just
plate was still
wandered
good.
off.
No scratches.
Yeah. I'd take it, put a new window in it. There we go. We got a good car, keys and all.
Push
And
out
she
the back
walked away.
indentation.
Right. She walked away, left her car, keys in the car, laptops. Laptops aren't cheap. You don't get those a dime a dozen. You don't
No.
leave them in your car and walk off into the damn woods and go hike up a mountain and say, haha, bye car, with your keys still in it, doors open, everything. Nothing wrong with that car
And a
whatsoever,
burner
other
phone.
than, yeah, and a burner phone.
Wow.
And the fact that every time one of them came up missing, their phones were scrapped, totally wiped out, nothing on them.
Who takes
Why
the
did,
time to do that? You know?
especially when you got 2 and 3 phones? Oh, here, let me do this one. Oh, here, let me do
Yeah,
that one.
takes a little
Who
time.
does that? I mean, so I say, like I said before, military industrial complex and the CIA. I think that they have a lot to do with a lot of that stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we prove it? Well, of course not. Why?
No.
Because it's the military industrial complex and the CIA. What would they say to us? Oh, you people are crazy. Well, of
Yep.
course you would. And I'm sorry, I've been called worse. So,
It's
Janet,
like,
go
we're
ahead.
not
Call me crazy.
crazy. It's just they drive us crazy.
Oh, God.
And it kind of feels like you have like um the agency that's responsible for this possibly investigating itself, you know,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
or
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you're going to get what information they want you to have. You're not going to get proper information. That's not going to happen. It's going to be one of those things where, well, here, this is what we're going to tell them. I've seen a thing, you know, that guy who does the dog training, what's his name? Caesar, the dog whisperer.
Yeah.
I seen a video, and he had, I want to say it was Beyonce's dog, and one of his big dogs, one of his pits, had attacked her little dog and killed it.
Wow.
And he covered it up by having his people say it ran out and got hit by a car. So that's what our government does. It tells us, well, it got hit by a car. It didn't tell us that they ate it up.
Well, he's kind of, I consider, an elite just for the animal
Yeah.
kingdom.
You know, he came to this country illegally and came with no money, no nothing, and worked his way up to where he was. Did you guys know that?
Yeah. But somebody picked him up along the way and carried him further.
I'm pretty sure. I am. I am pretty sure.
When you're friends with famous people,
Well, yeah, when you're gonna train their dogs for nothing, and you know, you got. I couldn't give him my dogs. He would look at me and say, "This one is mean as hell, and this one is mentally ill." That's what he would say with my dogs. There'd be no way.
Yeah.
Poor Tucker. Poor Tucker. Like I said, we don't take him out in public because he barely knows how to act at home.
Kiki would be scared half to death. She'd probably have a heart attack.
I love Kiki. We love animals on this show, and we all have them. And Kiki usually lets us know when we've been on here 2 hours. She will jump up in Sherry's chair and stick her face in the camera because she's got to be seen. Kiki is part of our show.
Yeah, she's a wired hair crazy terrier. And her
Yeah.
daddy's a husky, and she don't look like a husky.
Now, Chad's dog is older and well behaved.
So
Mine are
cute.
just idiots and bark at everything. So I think that. So do you think that while we get stuff like FBO,
That could be a thing too. You never know.
yeah, right, UFO files and different stuff like that. They got the JFK files, and we all know that was a sham. The 9/11 stuff, we all know what happened there, and it definitely wasn't planes or terrorists. Well, it might have been terrorists, but it was our own terrorist.
Yeah, inside terrorist.
Yeah. And different stuff like that. Do you think eventually they're going to come out with stuff on what happened to these scientists and why they came up missing and, you know, why they ended up deceased?
Only one reporter asked about it during one conference. Nobody else was. They were all moving on to the UFO stuff. So everything's going so fast. I don't know
Yeah,
if
they are.
they haven't even asked questions. They haven't. The FBI hasn't, according to people that are calling around and investigating this, they haven't looked into it yet. As
No,
far as
reporters are handed a script. They're not a
Yeah.
real journalist.
Oh, yeah.
Anymore.
Yeah.
Yep. Especially
they're not
the ones that go into like the briefings and stuff like that. Yeah, they're handed stuff to know what to ask. They don't just ask things out of pocket. And if they do, they get shut down.
Yeah, they had on YouTube where they had them across the country saying the exact same thing about certain stuff. And
That's why I don't watch news.
no,
ever.
I've never watched it my whole life. I didn't. I never cared about it. It was like I had the instinct of like, man, there's something wrong. But there used to be real journalists, real people here and there and certain things that would go and do stuff, but then all of a sudden they're not around no more.
Obama signed in to law, and he signed it into law that the news agencies can spread propaganda.
Oh yeah.
And they don't have to say the truth. So now what they do is they don't show up anymore to do news. They pull everything off of a fax when they come in, so they know what they're talking about.
Yep. Get your script. Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a script. The world is a stage, Chad.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
Right?
Just saying.
It's just we don't get a big enough spotlight to stick it on them.
I know, right?
Yeah, and it's a little bit scary too. It's a little bit of a scary stage.
And everything that they do when they do these, what they're called is psyops and false flags, they don't care about the people that they take out when they do this. They don't care about American people. They don't care about the people in any country. They just, hi Brent, they just take everybody out.
Yeah, they're buddies behind closed doors and play like they hate each other in front of everybody else.
Oh yeah,
they do.
And they sleep together.
Yeah. Each party, no matter whether it's Republican or Democrat, they're all the same wings. They're all two wings of the same bird.
Yeah.
And there is certain people, we're not allowed to say the name because YouTube will slap me. There are certain people that are basically in control of all of it. And that would be them small little hat wearing people. So, it's ridiculous that they don't care about any of us. Nobody's going to come and save us. It's going to be us trying to save ourselves. But the problem with it is we have too much division right now.
Now that's the whole game of it.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, instead of going, hey people, we're all human. Doesn't matter where we're at on the planet. We all need to eat. We all need to breathe. We all need to have shelter. So, learn some cool stuff from some people. You might learn something that you would have never known that at the school or the television or something never taught you. Go learn something. Quit being all like a scaredy pants or he says, she said. Go figure it out for yourself. Don't take, in court, it's called hearsay.
Yeah. And I mean, I think when we got Trump, we got the lesser of two evils. Okay. That I can say. We got the lesser of two evils because the other one, it would have been way out the damn door a long time before now. Not to mention And what is it? What is it when any of them talk around people? They just say shit in circles and it pisses me off. I'm like, would you make some sense of this? Knock it off. And Trump, stop calling people names. Just stop calling people names. Just knock it off. You're being a troll. You're being a troll. You like to troll. Stop trolling. Leave that to the master trolls, please. Go hire you some kids off of Facebook off of YouTube that do perfectionist trolling. Okay, they can make it make more sense. Just stop. Just stop it.
Once a troll, always a troll. And
this is true.
Public and face forward and know that nobody's gonna stop you.
Well, that's true. What are you gonna do? Walk up and slap him upside the head? Knock it off.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen either.
And he knows it.
I mean, just like, the files that were put out, the Epstein files, there's a lot of stuff, and yet,
But, the way they're putting it, they're not putting it out right. First of all, they need to have one person go through them step by step and explain it all, because the way they're doing it, they're just screwing it all up. Yeah, they're just
took a bunch of papers, like 50 card pickup, and threw it up in the air and says, go figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we're going to do this. And oh, by the way, we're going to do, it's like they're taking at everything and just throwing little pieces at people to make them go crazy or lose their mind or get angry or upset. And it's massive confusion.
It's like
what it is.
Good God. So everybody, make sure that you hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, please. And thank you, people that came over here from with Devin. I appreciate it. Devin, I appreciate you putting the link out. Let me see. I was going to say something else. What was I going to talk about? Oh, I have to do a promotion. Only I can't get it out. I can't get it out. Doggone it. They make this stuff for neuropathy. I ordered it. It's that mama bear stuff. And it's supposed to be really good because it's got the magnesium oxide in it. And instead of trying to take it in a pill where it takes forever to go, I'm going to break a nail. It takes forever to go through your system. You put it directly on your foot and you rub it in, and it's supposed to absorb it right away, so it helps with neuropathy. I'm going to try it because, I have it on my foot. Well, the only foot I have left. But I do the tuning forks, which took away all of the point where I couldn't feel. So now I can feel. So now I feel the burning and the tingling on it. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to see how it works. If it works good, I'm down.
Yeah, they make the packages hard to get into. You always have to have a good pair of scissors around.
They're way over there on the other side of my other desk. I have too many desks. Jack says I have too many desks. I have two. I have one for my books and my laptop, and then I have this one for my computer and everything. And yeah, I have too many, I guess. Who knew? Who knew?
Yeah. Well, we all know now.
Yeah. But I think that there are some things with these scientists. Maybe we can dig a little bit deeper into some of what they were doing, because I really know that has to do with a lot of them missing and ending up the way they ended up. And I really don't want to hear anybody say Bigfoot carried them away or UFO came down and got them, because I don't think so. Bigfoot's got their own things to do, and the UFOs think people on this planet are crazy, and they just keep going. So
Yep, they
You
say
know.
lock your doors and windows. Don't go. There was a cartoon years ago, and they were showing them flying by it, and it was like in the newspaper, and it's like, oh, just lock the doors and windows and keep on going.
Don't make eye contact.
Yeah, don't make eye contact.
They just come here and say, I'm just stopping at Buc-ee's. That's it.
One of them saw us. Go.
Gonna get some barbecue and go on home. That's what we're here to do. I mean, you know what? I'm sorry. If I was from another planet, I wouldn't want to visit this one nor stay on it.
Well,
I would just be like, these people are crazier than we are.
They don't have to. The ones that are in the higher dimensions and stuff, they don't have to fly in a ship and come and see us.
That's true.
They see us now. They're like one of the biggest shows of like what is humanity gonna do right now?
Yeah, they're sitting back with popcorn going, let's watch these dumbasses.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, those that are in higher beings don't think like us. They don't. They're closer.
Of course not.
To,
and they're smarter. They haven't been indoctrinated all of their lives. They haven't had any schooling screw with them. Their brains are obviously bigger than ours.
Well, and they live here in the heart. They don't live up here. They live down here. They're very more heart compassionate, loving type. I'm talking about higher dimensions, 6 and up. I'm not talking about 5, 4, and the ones that mess with us is usually in the 4th dimension or the lower vibrational dimensions. That
we should do a show one day on dimensions. I'd even have a few people that can come on and talk with us about it.
Yeah, it goes. The spectrum is 12, according to some dimensions. But when you pass the 4th, we're in the 3rd. Then you got the 4th. Then you got free will, according to some, that free will is up to the 6th. After this, 5.5, 6. So after that, it's not.
I think
you don't need free will.
Those of us that can see past a little bit of the veil are already on 4.
Yeah.
And make sense of what we're looking at and not be afraid of it. We're already sitting on 4. Yeah.
What agitates the lower dimensional stuff is us. We're the ones that are doing it in a way because it's what vibration or frequency are you at? Are you in fear? Are you in lack? Are you in survival? Are you in hate? There's like a chart, because like love is at a 500 and a higher frequency than all the lower, depressions and all of that. So that's when you get loosed from and stuff.
Well, and then they get angry. I mean,
anger.
If I turn around and I told somebody that, hey, there is a person here that says they know you. I can't tell you what they look like because when I see other spirits, I only see them in light. Very rarely would I ever see facial form, color, hair, what have you. I see light, bright light. And then they get angry. Well, how do you know? I've been doing this since I was 5. That's how I know. What do you want me to tell you?
Some are born that way. Everybody was born with a gift. It's just
everybody has them. They just don't know how to use them.
No,
they don't know how to get. They don't know how to get to where they can use them.
Because you got to work on yourself. It's an inside. You got to work on. But see, we've never been taught. I mean, you got Jesus that's always talked about the Sacred Heart. God within, the Sacred Heart. You can do as I and more. You have the Buddha who reached enlightenment. He was basically gonna die. He's just kind of given up, but he reached enlightenment and came back into his body, and had the abilities to do stuff and teach things. And they said like his body glowed and glistened in a way. But they're like, "Oh, do this for me." And he's like, "I can't teach you how to. I can't make you enlightened." And the masters that walk the earth that have done it have not. They're not able to do it for you. Each individual
Right.
has to do it for themselves. But as a
All right.
collective,
Yeah.
like Jesus says, more than one. It can do great things.
Right.
And then you got the other group that's like hate, divide, don't like each other, don't look over there, look over here, look over there, look over there, this and that, and confusion. They
God.
like confusion, destruction, lies,
Yep.
deception.
Yep. All right,
So
guys.
I got
What's it?
just a little bit to say because I just want to remind everybody that NASA was, basically Nazis. Project Paperclip, and also some of them, Warner von Braun.
Warner von Braun.
Yeah, and then there's also Jack Parsons, who is a pioneering American
Yep.
rocket engineer, was deeply involved in Crowley's religion, and he practiced these things. And apparently, they were doing rituals, and that's how they came up with. Or von Braun wrote a story about Mars and a group of entities on there called Elon or something like that. Like these demons and stuff are telling them things, and
Yeah.
and that's why when you said the ship was called interesting, there's Saturn, there's
Yeah.
Apollo, there's they're naming them after these things, and
Right.
so.
And if you don't know who Mr. Crowley is, it's not just a song that was sang. Look up Aleister Crowley.
Yeah, not from Ozzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah, he pulled up a being too, didn't they? Lamb, they called him Lamb or something. There's like a drawing of him, kind of has like a big head, and Crowley did.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there was
Crowley
a
was a
being. I think
weirdo.
they called it Lamb or something that was talking, like an interdimensional, lower interdimensional being.
Lamb.
I think Lamb or Lem or something.
Creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, the picture, the drawing doesn't.
So
creepy.
I wouldn't mind eventually too doing something on demons and just figuring it out, because that's who these people are talking to and communicating with, and we don't know very much about them.
Right.
It'd be interesting to look into, a theologist or something like that, a theologian, and see what's going on in that world.
Yeah. An awful lot. But all right, everybody, we are back. We are going to start doing our shows back up again. Tomorrow, Glenn and I are coming back on the Sports Cat Show at 1:00 Central, Monday through Friday.
Yay.
I know we're finally going to be coming back. It's been kind of, him and I have had it rough between his mom and me being sick, but things are getting better. So we're going to start coming back and doing shows. I need to anyways, because I ain't been nothing but lazy, let me tell you. Nothing but lazy.
You're healing. You're taking care of yourself. You got to.
Yeah, I needed to. And even other shows that I watch and stuff, I had to kind of back off of some of them because they're kind of a little stressful. I mod in some drama communities, and it was too much stress for me. I just couldn't do it. So I had to kind of back off of that.
Yeah.
I'm always with Abe though. When Abe is on, I can deal with him. My phone was over here making funny noises at me. But yeah, so watch for the notifications, guys. We're going to go ahead and start putting some shows together. Chad, when are you going to be traveling back home? How long you house sitting?
I think I'm going to be heading back either next Thursday, this Thursday or Friday.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be around.
You're new here, hit the like button and subscribe, hon. We have been on for 2 hours, so we're getting ready to call it. if you're new here, we do a lot of opening up conspiracies and different stuff like that. So, yeah, I think putting together a show on the different demons and who summons them and why and how, we know what they're used for, everything in this world. Satan is a running amongst us. It's time for him to be locked back up where he belongs. But yeah, so catch me tomorrow, starting Monday at 1 o'clock Central on the Sports Cat Show. We'll be doing our news commentary, getting mad at everybody and laughing. So it's all good. But, and Brent, if you're still here, listen to the show, listen to the ending, that our song that Nellie Turner made us, that Josh's wife made us. It's pretty awesome. So, all right, everybody. I want to say have a good night. Be safe out there. World's crazy. And like always, please be kind to one another. And everybody, we'll see you next time.
Night.
Welcome to Beyond the Box. Conspiracies and oddities. You'll find your reality shifting. Dark technology. Shadows monitoring. Your world crumbling. Escape the Matrix, come outside with us. Beyond the Box. Beyond the Box.